Hi guys, happy Thursday, April 30th. This is the last day of April. Woohoo! Hello. Thank you for watching today's instructional video. First, I wanted to start with a recap from our bag band simulation because the things that happened in the 4 different classes were fascinating. So each class ended up passing the bill. So the bill became law in every single class, but the path by which that happened was very different in each class. So I think it's a really interesting look into how our government actually works, that there's many ways, many paths for a bill. So in Yemen, the Joint Standing Committee did not recommend that the bill pass, but the House of Representatives voted 11 for, 8 against. So the bill passed in the House of Representatives and was then signed by the governor. And if the governor had vetoed it, it probably would not have passed. In Peru, the Joint Standing Committee made an amendment to the bill, and then that bill passed in the House of Representatives by a very large margin, 14-1, but was then vetoed by the governor. Oh man, twist. And the veto was then overridden by the legislature because the legislature was so in favor of the bill as it had been amended, and it became a law. So a great example of, we often think of the governor having, or the president having a lot of power, and that person does, but in this case, the legislature, because they were all very much in agreement, ended up having more power than the governor, which is cool to look at. In Lima, the Joint Standing Committee unanimously recommended the bill. It was passed by the House of Representatives with a kind of smaller margin than in Peru, so 9-4 and 5 against. And the governor refused to sign the bill, but because the legislature was still in session, in 10 days the bill became law. In Greece, the Joint Standing Committee also recommended the bill unanimously and had a vote that was similar to Peru's, where 15% of the 15 representatives voted for, 1 against, and the bill was then signed by the governor. So same ultimate result in all 4 of the classes, but 4 very different paths to get there, which is so cool. I also just want to say you guys did a really phenomenal job in that simulation. You guys were articulate, you did great research, and you were really prepared. And I was also really impressed by your thinking and your reasoning for why you chose to either support the bill or not support the bill. So well done. So I wanted to share all that with you guys and then talk about today's class. So we are switching gears from Maine government to maybe a week or so of Maine geography. So this is our little kickoff for Maine geography. So you have, it's a pretty simple class today. You're doing step 1 here, which is watching today's instructional video. Step 2, learn about some important places in Maine by playing around with this interactive map of Maine. This should not take you very long. So if we go click on that link, we'll take you to mr.com, Maine interactive map. So this gives you facts about Maine, which class you might be quizzed on some of those facts. And you can click on different parts of this map and read about these different places. So spend maybe 5-10 minutes just clicking on each different part of the map and reading about that. So what is there to know about Presque Isle? And then once you've read about Presque Isle, go click back to the map. Oh, the Appalachian Mountains. And click on everything in this map. Do a little learning about important places in Maine. After that, I want you to make a Flipgrid video about your favorite place in Maine and tell us why. So a lot of you guys joined Flipgrid for our class right before April break. But some of you guys were not able to do that, and it was kind of confusing. So I put more explicit directions on how to do it. So your step 1 is to go to self-service on your iPad and download the Flipgrid app. So I'm going to try and do this along with you guys. Some people had the problem that they spelled Flipgrid wrong. So if it's not coming up for you, it should be this little green plus arrow, Flipgrid. So if it's not coming up for you, check your spelling. So I am going to click install right there. And I am actually reinstalling it. And then when the app opens up, you want to click that you are a student. Allow the microphone and camera, because that's going to be what allows you to make videos. And then it'll ask you to put in a flip code, and each class has a different flip code. So for example, right now we're looking at Lima's post. It's Whit Carlson Lima. But that is going to be different for each class. Okay. And then it will ask you to log in with Google, and that is your school email account. So for some reason, mine's taking a little bit longer to install. But here are the instructions. And again, if you get stuck, feel free to reach out to me or ask a peer. A lot of you have already done this step of joining Flipgrid. So if you've already done that and you posted your video the day before break, then you can just go right into Flipgrid, and there is a new topic posted, which is called Favorite Place in Maine. I made an example video that I want you to watch before you make your own video. I can go to my Flipgrid. So mine's going to look a little bit different than yours. But when you go into your Flipgrid, here's this video of me explaining my favorite place in Maine. One thing I do want to show you about this video is that I was able to post a bunch of pictures of my favorite place. So feel free to include some visuals to help you explain what your favorite place in Maine is and why it is your favorite place. So watch that example video to get you going. And then just like last time, leave a comment on someone else's video. So maybe someone else's place is a place that you also love, or watching their video made you be like, wow, I totally want to check that place out. And remember, make your comments kind, helpful, and specific. Okay, so really respond to what they said in the video, and the people that did that using Flipgrid before vacation did a really nice job. So I'm excited to find out what each of your favorite places are in Maine. And again, always feel free to email me or send me a Zoom invite if you have any questions and are getting stuck. And looking forward to watching your videos. All right, guys, have a great day.